I'm open. Hi. How can I help you? You want your makeup done? Cool. Yeah. If you can't tell, I am sick, so I do charge more when I'm ill, if you're okay with that. Okay, cool. Yes, no, I would love to do your makeup. You go to school around here, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, now I've seen you a couple times. Aren't you like in the mathletes or something? Oh, that's super cool. Math is like cool or whatever. No, I'm not. I'm not contagious. That's why they made me clock in. I just have a sinus infection, so don't worry about me. Just worry about you, I guess. Okay, what would you like done today? You want a smoky eye? You going to like a throwback prom or something? You're seeing your ex? What for? 'Cause he asked you? Okay. He asked to like see you? What for? Oh, he wants to talk to you. Okay. That sounds like a load of bullshit, but... No, you don't sound like bullshit. He sounds like bullshit, obviously. And you want to do a smoky eye for that? Because you think like having a licorice jaundice on your face is going to get him back or something? Remind him of old times? Okay, no, that's not what we're going to do. No, we're going to do like a natural, clean, dewy look. Yeah. No, we'll put a little on your eyes, but we're not doing lashes. We're not doing smoky eye. We're not doing anything like that. Because I'd like you to keep your dignity, and right now, it's rolling on the floor. It's just like a loose, hot rod just rolling around, making you jump over it. We're not going to make it worse than it already is, okay? This is my bag of goodies. Do you have anything on your face? It looks like you have, well, under your eyes is really wet, but everything else is really dry. So I'm imagining you've been crying and you have naturally dry skin. Okay, are we drinking water? No? Okay, yeah. No, that's fine. I'm not your mother. That's fine. Here. Just in case you're lying and you are wearing something underneath all that dry skin, I'm just gonna go ahead and take any makeup that you might have off, okay? So, do you want to talk about it? Okay, you sure? Because it seems like you're like bursting at the seams right now. Okay. Well, when's your meeting? Oh, we've got like an hour. You're fine. Oh, it takes you a half hour to get there. Okay, well, still, you are more than welcome to be fashionably late to something that you didn't plan, especially if it's with... Is it that guy that wears fedoras? Are you sure you want to go? There's like a lot of other better things you could be doing than talking to that man again. You sure? Okay, well, if you change your mind, just let me know. We can stop anytime. Okay. And since your face is like abnormally dry. I'm just gonna give it a little Hydra boost. Yeah. No, that's okay. I think you just need just a little more. Okay, so where are y'all meeting? That's nice. Okay, coffee. That's fine. That's neutral, I guess. When did he text you? Yesterday. Wow. You made that happen for him, huh? Sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I think it's a little dumb, but no, I get it. Everybody's got a different situation. Okay. Let's see. No, I just mean like you're making it really easy for him to see you, I guess is how it seems. Well, how long have y'all been broken up? Okay, 3 months, okay. And I'm imagining he broke up with you. Okay, that sucks. Sorry, girl. Oof. But like who was the last person to text the other? Oh no, I lost my cap. Oh, there we go. Who was the last person to text the other? Right, and he left you on red? Yeah. And that was how long ago? 3 months, right. So, I just think it's wild that he left you on red for 3 months and then texted you and you planned to meet up the day after. I would imagine not even 24 hours after. No, everybody has their own prerogative, and it's totally your prerogative to be desperate, but I just think that maybe we can reconsider. Okay, fine. No, you're right. It's your business, not mine. Well, there we go. Did he give any reason as to why y'all were breaking up? Oh, don't cry. No. I already gave you base. We're not gonna cry. I can tell you've been crying for 3 months straight, and you cried all last night. In your eyes, the under of them is just wet and blue. So you've gotten all of it out. You've gotten enough of them done. You can suck it back in. There you go. That's it, sport. You're kind of ish close to my shade. So it's like a little darker, it's a little lighter. I'm not sure which one. I might mix them. Yeah, you're just like right, slightly darker than me. But like, what did he say? Like, why did y'all break up? Oh. Okay. You were too needy. Okay. Do you feel like you were too needy? Is that you talking or him talking? Because that doesn't really sound like you. I don't think you'd say that about me. Yeah. What were the things he was calling you needy about? Okay, close your eyes. You forgot your birthday. That's good. That definitely sounds like the makings of a good partner. Okay, and you would text him. But like, how often did you text him? Like every couple of hours? What do you mean? Like 4 times in an hour? Like, so you would essentially text him 3 times a day, and he wouldn't answer you until 11 p.m. That doesn't sound like a boyfriend. That sounds like a booty call. Ew. Girl. That, oh my god, that makes me so upset. No, the fact that he would just like use you for sex. Like, are you kidding? Get off the floor. Hello. The man wears fedoras. The sex cannot be that good, okay? Ew. He sounds awful. Look up for me. Yeah. Get your neck. Okay, what do you think you did wrong then, since you're so adamant it wasn't just him? Can you look up with just your eyes? Thanks. I feel like you're giving him a little too much credit. So you think you were needy because he forgot your birthday, because y'all dated for 6 months, and he would never answer you unless it was essentially a booty call, and he met your family, and you never got to meet his, and he bailed out of everything, and then he used you for sex. Right? No. Because when a man, you're gonna get me mad. Sex is not about one person. Sex is about 2 people. If sex was about one person, it would be masturbation. Point blank. Okay? So the fact that sex ended when he was done is disgusting and really sad. And I'm really sad for you because that's really sad. That makes me really upset, actually. Here's the thing. I'm not anticipating that you change, right? I think that you're your own person and that there's a lot to process when it comes to breakups, and that you deserve to feel full and fulfilled and happy, okay? I'm also aware that anything I say to you, you might not take at face value, but I would be remorse if I let you go on with your life thinking that nobody in your circle had said any of this to you, okay? Do this one. Okay, so like, why did you like fall in love with him or whatever? Okay, yeah, no, that's a nice quality. Well, I mean, especially if he had a lot of friends, it seemed like he was kind of like, you know, backing him up. It like makes him seem like he's a nice person. That makes sense. Can I get your neck really fast? Thanks. But like, what did he bring to your life is what I mean. I just mean like, you know, stability, kindness, generosity, new life experiences, good life experiences. No, I think My Hero Academia is really cool or whatever if you're into that type of thing, but like, is that all that he like showed you? Didn't like bring any revelations about yourself? Nothing about like your faith? No, just My Hero Academia. Great, awesome. Well, there's a lot of other people that can recommend manga to you, okay? Okay, great. We'll find some more. We'll get you on Reddit, Queen. We'll find you something. So what do you feel, that one, what do you feel like you brought to his life then? Since you're so adamant about being with him, what do you think is great about you? I do think you are really nice. You seem very reasonable, just not in this situation. The only bronzer that I have in stock right now is this little one. I think it's Laguna. Is that okay? I feel like it's still a good shade for you. Yeah. No, yeah. Right, no, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you think that you were like emotionally there for him? You feel like you failed him physically. Why is that? That sounds stupid, considering he finished every time. Bitch, where? He thought you were ugly? Donde? Cuando? Your fupa. Is that what he said to you, fupa? Okay. What about his fupa? A little belly don't make you ugly. The fuck? Ugh. Sounds like he needs to go back to preschool. Needs to learn how to use his words. You know what I mean? Because if you're gonna say things that you're intending to be hurtful in a hurtful way, they better be fucking hurtful. And obviously it hurt you. So I need you to hear me when I say this. Someone calling you fat, someone calling you like having a booba or whatever is not an insult, okay? If they're trying to mean it as an insult, then they're from fucking 2009. And yay for them, the recession's done, but like, they need to grow the fuck up, okay? Because that is hot, okay? You know what's not hot? A lack of confidence. Yeah. Okay. But like, I'm like really confused. I'm sorry. It's been a long week for me. You wanted him like for why? Sure, like to have a partner, but like why? What about him? How do we feel about dominate? It's pretty nice, yeah. I feel like it's a very like I'm good, fuck you, blush, yeah. Yeah, but like why did you like him? You're looking for a traditional partner. Like what? Like you want to be like a trad wife. Okay, No, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm all for like demolishing gender roles. But if you want to be a trad wife, pop off. That's fine. However, if you want to be a trad wife, shouldn't you want a traditional man? Cool. So, does a traditional man not lead you, not lead with empathy, not have the emotional maturity to start a conversation or to apologize? Do you think a traditional man forgets your birthday? Do you think a traditional man makes you feel like less of a woman? Because if he thinks that having more emotion makes him less manly, then he's not a traditional man. That's a little boy. That's a little boy stuck in a little boy's body that will always be a little boy and never make you a trad wife. Go pop off, be traditional, make your own milk. I don't care, homestead, who gives a fuck? That's fine. But if you're saying that you want your man to be traditional, then he better fucking not be a hypocrite about being a man. You have absolutely no right to come up in here and say, oh, I want a woman that does this, I want a woman that does that, but then make you be the breadwinner, ask you for money, make you do favors for him. I understand having base level chivalry, holding doors, is nice, but how many times did he bring you flowers? How many times did he remember what you told him? How many times was he paying attention to what you said, listening to what you said? How many times was he leading by example and saying, babe, I'm missing this in the relationship. I feel like I've been leading by example doing that. Do you think that we could talk about it? And starting that conversation. Because otherwise, he's not traditional. And he's just using that phrase to be a hypocrite. So, I don't think a traditional man, can you do this? Thanks. I don't think a traditional man would make you feel bad about your body, especially your body as a woman, since you want to be so traditional. Your body that you traditionally want to make babies, I don't think he would, make fun of your fupa. I don't think a traditional man would leave you on red and then text you at 11:30 last night and say, I miss you, can we talk? You know what he says you know what you say when he says, I miss you, can we talk? You say, thanks. I know, I'm easy to miss. Tell him to fuck off. You are entitled to do whatever you'd like to do, my love. I'm just saying, don't go carting around shitty traits in a man and call him traditional for it. That's an asshole. Okay, you'll know a traditional man when you meet one because you'll say, oh, that's a man. Purr. No, I'm not saying that every man has to be like that. Obviously, I just said that I think we should fuck off with gender roles. I'm just saying you won't have to question a man and his intentions if he is traditional the way you want him to be, okay? This guy wears fedoras. He listens to Andrew Tate. We should bring back natural selection. And that man should not have been born. Close your eyes. No. I'm just considering knocking sense into you, but keep your eyes closed. I've got demons to fight back here. So, how are you intending to approach this conversation? Keep him closed. Okay, so he's the one that said he wanted to talk, right? Great, that's a good start. So, what do you say when you get there? Wrong. Try again. Wrong again. One more time. Nope. You know what you say? You say fucking nothing. You show up and you sit there. He said he wants to talk. Okay, girl, yap. Do the talking. You, silence. He doesn't hear anything from you. Because you fucking deserve better. No, not even because of that. Because you said everything that you could have in the relationship. And do you want to know how I know that? It's because you're sitting here mourning the relationship. You've said your piece. You obviously didn't say anything. Oh, I had this one too, but... Oh, this was Laguna. I just have two of them. Sorry. Hang on. I've got 2 highlighters. Do you have a preference? Well, I know, but you said you wanted, like, to wow him, so I have this, like, creamy, nice one. It looks a little like that. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, and then I have, my other NARS one. It's called Capri. I feel like this one might be kind of nice, don't you think? I feel like it's a little more shimmery. Plus, I feel like this one does stay longer with the powder. When I put setting spray on it, the creamy one, sometimes if you just barely touch it, it comes off. Mainly because I have a feeling even if you're not crying during the meeting, you're probably going to be crying in the car on the way home. So, yeah. I think that you should go in there and you should just sit. And you should sit quietly and uncomfortably until you have something to say. Because if he comes in there and he's like, hey, wow, you look beautiful, what do you say? You're getting there. Silence is good. You could say, thanks, I know. You could say, thanks, you look awful. Or you could say nothing. Nothing's always a good option. I was considering putting eyeliner on you, but I just feel like it's gonna come right off. Do you want to try it? Yeah, I think not. I think not today. But we will do mascara and we'll do a primer. So you should be fine. Even your crusty, dusty tears can't get this primer off. Go ahead and blink, 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 blink. Blink, 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 blink. Other side. Blink, 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 blink. I think that you sit there. Truly, he says, God, you look so gorgeous. You can say thanks. You can say nothing. But I especially think that if we're going to do your eyebrows while that sets, I think that if he starts talking, or like, how have you been? Make it really short. If you're going to answer it all, make it really, 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 really short. Just like, good. Don't ask him about himself. He's going to talk about himself. You know that. Like, you know he's going to go off about himself, and he's going to talk about how much of the victim he is and how awful his life's been without you and blah, 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 as though he didn't do that to himself. Like, what the fuck? So just keep it as short, simple, sweet. Talk to him as though you're talking to, like, an evil detective. That, like, the more that you say, the more info he knows about you. And right now we're trying to make sure that he doesn't know anything about us. Because as far as he's concerned, you've been doing great. I mean, you're better than me. You didn't text him in the 3 months, did you? No? Did better than I did when I went through that. Yeah. So I'm just saying, you say nothing. You say as little as possible, one-word answers. You don't ask about him. You let him talk himself into a circle. And if he's explaining why he did what he did, if he's just like talking and talking and talking and talking, that's great. Because that means that he's just talking himself into a grave. You're going to get way more information out of him if you just stay quiet. Blink, 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 blink. Other side. Blink, 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 blink. And then we're going to put some chapstick on you, sweetie. Stay quiet. Stay firm. The goal in meeting up with an ex is not to reevaluate got to happen after that first meeting, okay? It doesn't happen by you showing up to this coffee date and everything being fixed. It happens by you showing up to this coffee date, seeing where he is in life, because I'm imagining that he didn't change at all, did he? I mean, from what I've seen, occasionally bumping into him and his weird group of friends, it doesn't really seem like he's changed at all. And that relationship is not going to work if he hasn't changed, because you've changed. Everything about you's changed. You're more grounded. You're a little bit more mean, not in a bad way, but in a firm way. You're not willing to just say yes all the time. I feel like this has actually done some good for you, whereas he's just dug himself a little hole that he can't crawl out of. Okay, I have a couple lip options. Got these 4. I know which one I want, but I want to see what you decide. We've got this like Va-Va-Voom red. This one, I know it looks a little red, but it's a bit more orange and has a little light on it. So, a little bit more orangey. See if you can see it without that. Yeah, and then another Va-Va-Voom red, but this one will last longer, so if we do go with red, I would say this one. It's a very, very nice, like, Christmassy red. And then this one, which is like a nice plum, like, kind of nipple color. No, you're wrong, we're not doing red. Because you don't need to look like Taylor Swift or like you're in the Texas dance team, okay? We're doing this because then you can have coffee and it still looks like your natural lip color and not like you got yourself all done up at some fucking makeup store so you could look good for this date, okay? Do a little lip liner. No, I'm not gonna overline your lips. You don't need to look like anything but yourself. You don't need to be anybody but yourself. He's gonna hate himself regardless. The least you can do is love yourself while he hates himself. Gosh. He's a man. Nothing about him is special until proven otherwise. He is not the exception, he is the rule. And you will know that he's the exception. Because you won't have to ask if he's the exception or the rule. He's just gonna be different, okay? And right now, all he gave you was My Hero Academia, which is kind of fucking lame, TBH. It's like the most mainstream anime you could possibly like. Gosh, do this. Thank you. Okay. Okay, how do we feel? Well, I'll give you a mirror here. How do you feel? Oh, I like it. It's not the Kardashians, and that's the point. You don't need to be anything but yourself. Close your eyes. No, you're fine. Keep them closed. Close them. Close them. Okay. Okay. You've got this. I believe in you. Remember, silence is a beautiful tool, and you know what's even better? Not giving a fuck, because he didn't give a fuck about you. No, come back. We're gonna give you some Versace Yellow Diamond, because every woman that wants to be a trad wife needs a signature scent.